Hey, Canada. How's that political hangover doing this morning? Oh, give it time. It'll really set in over the next little while. This is only the beginning. You're gonna whether even if you voted for the Liberals, even if your political gang came out on top, which is, think about it. I mean, that's actually probably the most hilarious aspect of this fucking spectacle is if you had to ask anybody, wow, most people, I should say, they would have suggested that either the Conservatives would have stayed in power, majority, minority, doesn't matter, or it was that orange wave, right? Like what happened in Quebec, what happened in Alberta, that orange wave that swept across the country, right? Yeah, most people would have said that those would have been the one of the two parties that would have gained power, whether in a minority sense or a majority. But what happened? What happened, Canada? Hey, what happened? The Liberals won. And they didn't just win with a minority. No, a majority. I can't pretend to know how that all played out, whether it's the fucking retarded strategic voting or what. But yeah, the Liberals that were thrown into third place because of all their, the massively corrupt shit that happened, which is why the Conservatives come to power in the first place, apparently, right? If you believe the Central Planners narrative anyways, right? But here they are. It's like almost as if all Canadians have, well, I mean, no matter how you look at it, what Canada had a bad case of amnesia, forgot how massively corrupt the Liberals are, and boom, magically, now they've gained a majority after sitting in third place, relegated away, and they were stuck at the back of the bus. And boom, that's, hey, the magic of government. See how that works? I believe there's a lot that played into that, and it didn't have a whole lot to do with actual individual voters, I'll tell you that right now. But forget about the speculation. That's the thing about dealing with philosophy and dealing in the macro aspect, the big picture. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to delve into this shit of trying to figure out why, I don't have to come up with conspiracy theories either. That's another thing. I can just say, hey, I don't know. I'm humble enough and acknowledge the fact that I don't know everything. So I'm humble enough to say I have no idea why the Liberals got their majority government this election. But I know there's a lot of NDPers, a lot of Green Parties candidates, a lot of Conservatives, and especially the Libertarian Party, which, I mean, like I said, hey, proof is in the pudding. The election has come and gone. What have you accomplished? Tim Owen, Jeff Berwick, the Ron Paul moment in Canada. Yeah, never happened, did it? What's that thing? Oh, yeah. Told you so. Sorry, just had to do it. When I'm right, I'm right. You can argue, you can run away butt hurt, you can cry about it, whatever. The real thing, the proper thing you should do is say, yeah, Bennett was. Maybe I should pay a little more attention to what he has to say from now on out. But, forget about that shit. It's not about me. I don't care about what you think of me. I care about advancing humanity properly, advancing liberty properly, advancing prosperity. That's what I'm all about. Advancing the individual. Recognizing the rights of the individual. I don't give a shit about any of this other crap that you guys want to dig in, your little drama kings and queens. Don't really give a fuck about that. Don't care which political master is ruling, has gained the most of seats and get to put forth their... I mean, because I'm oppressed regardless of who gets to win, who wins. It's like, oh, do I want to be oppressed by the orange sticker, the red sticker, the yellow or the blue sticker or whatever, I don't want to be oppressed or ruled over by anybody. That's the distinctive and distinguishable difference between a genuine libertarian such as myself and a political libertarian such as those who ran in the political process and thought that they were going to propagate freedom by becoming part of the oppressive system. But anyways, so with 184 seats and the Conservatives thrown in second place with 99, and look at the NDP way back with only 44 now. So yeah, even the central planners, whoever the decision makers were, even they don't want full-on socialism. What does that tell you? Right? Whether you want to use the electorate, the voting populace, the central planners, special interest groups, take all that into consideration. And what happened is the NDP got thrown back in third place. The socialists, well, the self-described, right? The rest of them are basically, anyways, just different iterations. Fascists, totalitarians, whatever. But basically, anyone in Canada, at least, this tells me at least, no one wants Canada to go full retard, full socialism. They like that mixed economy where we can just steal from. We need the wealth creators, right? The capitalists. That's what this is saying. That's why it's always liberals and conservatives that keep winning back and forth. It's like, well, yeah, but if we get NDP in power, there won't be any rich people to steal from. There won't be, not just rich people, there won't be any productive people to steal from anymore. That's the thing. That's what it really comes down to. So even the central planners recognize, we still need the race horses. We don't want to throw an old mare in there. If we throw an old mare in there, even though it might give rise to populism, well, we're still going to be stuck with an old mare. But anyways, let this be a lesson to you all, to all of you that thought that voting was what's going to change things in Canada. You'll recognize today, tomorrow, and the day after, the month after, the year after, that nothing is really going to change. Some tweaks around the edges. Your masters might treat you somewhat differently, but they're still going to be your masters. You're still going to have a master. My whole thing is you really should get to the point or some stage in your life where you recognize that you don't need a master. Till that happens, hey, I got to sit back and watch this spectacle play out constantly. And recognize and realize how fruitless of an effort, how such a waste of time, effort, money, and resources that goes into this bullshit. Think about if people put that actual time and effort into doing the proper things to advance humanity properly with true morals, ethics, with real liberty and prosperity and individualism at the core. Think about how much better we would all be off. It's like, it is tough for people like myself to deal with it on a regular basis, but I acknowledge that reality is going to exist whether I like it or not. I can't close my eyes and pretend, oh, it's not. No. It's going to be. Life is going to play out. Reality is going to play out whatever way it's going to play out. I don't have any power to change that. I could try. I could do my best, which is what I do on a regular, daily basis, to try to help further educate and inform the masses so that we can reach that next milestone, that next stepping stone for humanity that we've got to reach. If human evolution and true liberty is ever going to be attained, we have to make this next leap, this next step forward. I know we're not there yet. But thanks to people like myself and all the other people that truly fight against this collective ideology, this religion of statism, the indoctrination of the masses, we'll get there someday. And when humanity does reach that point, hopefully maybe someday they'll recognize that it was our shoulders that they stood on. We were the ones that took that heavy weight, that burden, to prop the rest of humanity up. Hopefully we'll be acknowledged for all of our efforts, all of our work, all of our commitment, all of our dedication, our love for liberty. I really hope that does happen. I'm an optimist at heart. And I hope that does come to be at some point in time. Hopefully even before I leave this earth. Regardless if it does or not, it's not going to ever change my commitment, my dedication to doing whatever I can to hope and to bring that about to as many people as I can. Enjoy your hangover. Wow, you're not going to enjoy it. Use this time now, Canada. Use this time to reflect. Use this time to acknowledge. Swallow your pride. When it's foolish pride, when it's ignorant pride, swallow that. Just acknowledge the fact that people like myself were right all along. Hey, don't even acknowledge that I was right all along. Believe that the philosophy of liberty is right, was right all along. Forget about me. I'm just the one that is telling it to you. I didn't invent it. I'm just telling you that message, explaining that truth. I'm the one telling you 2 + 2 is 4. It's up to you to acknowledge the reality that that's the truth. You'll get there. And when you do, hopefully you'll get there. And when you do, the more of you that do get there, humanity will be so much better off, so much more prosperous, so much more entrenched in living and let live. The mentality of live and let live. The philosophy of liberty. Hopefully we'll get there someday. No guarantee it'll stay there, but we have to at least make an attempt to bring it into the folds of human evolution. We don't want to go back into the dark ages. Let's all see the light. Let's all enter the light and revel in its rays and what it can bring. It's Canadian Libertarian. I love liberty.